not with us today, so you may proceed when ready.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and committee members. I rise to present AB452 on behalf of our colleague, Assemblymember Friedman, who wants to thank you, Mr. Chair, and your committee staff for all your hard work on this bill, especially over the last 2 weeks. AB452 will require the California Department of Education, in consultation with the Department of Justice, to develop and update as necessary a notification regarding safe firearm storage that will be annually provided to school districts, county offices of education, and charter schools for distribution. Specifically, this notification will inform parents and guardians of the California Child Access Prevention laws and laws relating to the safe storage of firearms. Awareness of these laws helps to prevent tragedies due to unintentional discharges, suicides, and gun theft by creating an environment helping to ensure firearms are only used by the rightful owner. New data released by the CDC shows that firearms were the leading cause of death for children and teens in America in 2020. Every year, 18,000 children and teens are shot and killed or wounded, and approximately 3 million are exposed to gun violence. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic has only exacerbated this problem. It is time to ensure firearms are safely stored away from children and teens as required by law. Testifying in support this afternoon are Rebecca Marcus from Brady Against Gun Violence and Emily Schwartz from Women Against Gun Violence.
You can come up to the table up here and testify, and then when you're done, the next witness in support may come up. Thank you. 2 minutes max, please. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair and members. Rebecca Marcus, representing the Brady campaign. Brady has been a longtime advocate for safe storage and access prevention laws. These laws promote responsible gun owning practices by requiring gun owners to keep their firearms out of the reach of others who could use the weapon to deadly effect. These laws prevent family fire, a shooting involving an improperly stored or misused gun found in the home, resulting in injury or death. California also has the most comprehensive standards for safety devices and prohibits any person from commercially selling any firearm safety device that is not listed on the state's roster. These laws save lives, prevent tragedies due to unintentional discharges, suicide, and gun theft by ensuring that firearms can only be accessed and used by their rightful owners. Passing comprehensive standards for safety devices and storage is extremely important. However, we're missing a crucial step when we don't take the time to educate the public, and in particular parents, about these life-saving laws. Proximity to unsecured firearms has played a key role during the COVID-19 pandemic while kids were generally being kept home and during a period of record new gun ownership. The number of unintentional shootings involving children rose by 31%. Over 75% of school shootings are facilitated by kids who have access to unsecured and/or unsupervised guns at home. Keeping guns locked and unloaded reduces the risk of death from unintentional shootings and suicide among youth by 73%, which is critical because 70% of children in gun-owning households know where the firearms are kept. Sadly, over 80% of teens who commit suicide with a gun used one that belonged to someone in their home. We need to ensure that safely storing firearms becomes the cultural norm, like putting on a seatbelt. And the most important thing we can do is to educate people. For all these reasons, we urge an aye vote. Thank you.
Thank you. The next witness may, one moment, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Assembly Members Reyes, for your introduction, and thank you, committee members, for allowing me to testify before you in support of AB 452. My name is Emily Schwartz, and I'm a youth advocate for gun violence prevention. I'm here today testifying on behalf of Women Against Gun Violence and over the 600 constituents who signed our letter in support of AB 452, a letter I hope you have had a chance to read or have before you. But I'm not only a youth advocate for women against gun violence and safe gun storage legislation and laws. I'm one of the almost 2 million high school students in California who go to school each day afraid. When I walk into math class, I don't think about how to solve for X. I think about where I will hide and where I will run in case of an active shooter. According to Everytown for Gun Safety, guns used in 68% of gun-related incidents at schools were taken from the home, a friend, or a relative. And 39% of parents wrongly believe children don't know where the gun is stored. An estimated of 4.6 million American children live in a home where at least one gun is kept loaded and unlocked. I have a friend who attends August High School. He watched his classmate take their final breath on the day of the shooting. I've seen the trauma that has formed since that day. I've witnessed friends fall into panic from the noise of a helicopter. I've seen them frightened from the sound of an alarm. I've watched the child inside them disappear. We need meaningful, multifaceted action to keep our schools safe, actions that address what we know about shootings. We need action that will prevent shootings from occurring in the first place. California already has some of the strongest safe gun storage and child access prevention laws in the country. Now let's make certain that every parent and caregiver of a California student knows these laws. AB452 will do just that and is part of the approach that will help keep me and my friends safe. Please vote yes on this critical life-saving legislation. I thank you in advance and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Very well presented. Very well done. Good job. With that, others in support. Are there any other persons in the room in support of the bill? Seeing no others, is there any opposition to the bill? Seeing no opposition, we will go to the committee. Any comments from any of the committee members? Seeing no comment from any of the committee members, do we have a motion? It's been seconded by, moved by Mr. McCarty, seconded by Mr. Lee. Please close.
Respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Thank you. We have a motion and a second. The motion is, I'll let the secretary call the roll.
File item number 5, AB 452. The motion is due pass to Appropriations Committee. O'Donnell?
Aye.
O'Donnell, I. Bennett? Bennett, I. Chen? Choi?
Aye.
Choi, I. Lee?
Aye.
Lee, I. McCarty? Aye. McCarty, I. Quirk-Silva? Quirk-Silva, aye. 6
Thank you.
votes.
Bill has how many votes? Bill has 6 votes. It is out. Thank you. Thank you.